Tony Khan is considering adding new titles in AEW. We've got a backstage update following the return of Maxwell Jacob Friedman and an injury update on Adam Copeland following his match last night. Stay tuned, it's time for the news. So during the post-show presser, Tony Khan was asked about the possibility of introducing AEW Women's Tag Team Championships or AEW Women's Trios titles. Obviously, we got them on the men's side, we don't have them on the women's side. Tony Khan giving us a bit of insight as to his thinking about some new titles, maybe.
He said, absolutely. We've talked about that. We've talked about a lot of potential additions in terms of championships. I think right now we've got some really strong rivalries emerging amongst the World Championship, the TBS Championship, and also with Ring of Honor. You can't deny that Ring of Honor has great champions now, not like in the past with all those terrible old Ring of Honor champions. We're also trying to really build the depth so I think to the strongest it's ever been. There was a point at All Out 2021 where I was coaching the Casino Battle Royal. We had 21 women in that Battle Royal, as well as a great Britt Baker versus Statlander championship match. I think that was top to bottom up until now, the deepest division the division's ever been. I also think something different we could do here that I've had interested in would be mixed tag team championships. I think we have a lot of people who are aligned, and I think a lot of people would be interested in that too. And that's different from what other major promotions have. And I think it would set AEW apart. So I'm interested in mixed tag championships, Khan said.
I'm conflicted on this, right? Because I think that they do have a really, really big roster, and you could argue that it's something for some of the people who are maybe featured a little bit less to do.
Yeah.
But I think they've got enough titles. I think it's that simple.
It is quite full of gold, AEW. It's just, I get like there is an interest there for potentially mixed tag titles, but we could have some sort of mixed tag challenge, but that would be maybe too close to mixed match challenge WWE were doing.
As a one-off tournament, I know we've seen a lot of tournaments and everything, it probably is too close, isn't it?
But I think it's one of those where in time we're undoubtedly going to see more belts. Tony seems to like having quite a lot of gold and quite a lot of championships. Again, with that depth that the company has, that he wants to get that roster as deep as he can. So I think potentially it's there, but again, the other thing with mixed wrestling is there are still quite a lot of people who have very different opinions about mixed wrestling.
Oh, screw them. It's fake. It's not real. They're not trying to hurt each other.
But I think that for the most part, people will be fine with it, but I can just see, the usual suspects rolling their eyes and moaning and complaining.
Oh, screw them. Honestly, they're going to get whinged about whatever happens.
North just have tag belts, and if you want to compete for them, any team can compete for any belt.
I like that as well. I think that's a cool idea. Obviously, we have seen some mixed tag stuff in the past in AEW. Sammy Guevara, Ty Mello, former AAA World Mixed Tag Team Championships, and they did defend those belts in All Elite Wrestling. There's not enough, to me, maybe obvious couples to do that with straight away.
Just buy more.
Just buy more. There you go. We've got a backstage update on MJF. He made his return to AEW. It was really, really fantastically done. Came out, cut a great promo. He's got a new tattoo that you can see there. Before we continue, sorry, that's just sparked something. Did you see Carly's got a neck tap?
No.
I'm not even taking the piss.
What?
I
Has he got the Cody tap?
It's not the Cody tap. It's
just his own face with the wings.
There's a picture of it now. Didn't expect to be talking about that in wrestling. Anyway, it's all right. MJF is back. He comes out. He declared himself the Wolf of Wrestling. You can buy the T-shirt now, and revealed that he wasn't flipping leaving. He's staying with the company. Fightful Select giving us a bit more insight into this, reporting the plans for MJF's return had been in motion for some time, and Double or Nothing had always been the target for his comeback. Friedman had been suffering from several injuries when he stepped away at World's End. We knew that, and rumours in recent weeks have suggested that he underwent shoulder surgery. But we don't actually know if that's the case or not, because he had been wearing a shoulder brace in recent weeks to help throw people off a return at Double or Nothing. He was spotted at an airport nearby, got a taxi in or whatever, and it was so well done. It really, really was brilliantly done. He lays out Adam Cole, cut this brilliant impassioned promo, basically saying, I'm not going to do any of the stupid kangaroo bollocks anymore. You get in the MJF of old, which is exactly what we wanted. He totally knows what fans want from him. And they do also know that All Elite Wrestling have big plans for MJF following his return, and he's planned to be involved in a top feud, according to Fightful.
You'd hope so, considering he got it tattooed on himself. But at the end of the day, you can always get it lasered off, just like you had to with the big old WCPW logo you had, that massive back piece.
I did have the back piece and the scrotum.
Martin Kirby diving through the air.
So yeah, it's great to see him back. He's laid out Adam Cole. They've obviously got unfinished business, but it feels like maybe that won't take as long as we thought, and he'll move on to big stuff down
I say
the
just
line.
wrap it up and let's go. Let's see where we can push this. Let's go into new places with it.
I think I agree.
Yeah.
I think I agree. Speaking of Adam Cole, bit of an injury update on him. This happened prior to the pay-per-view last night. Tony Khan chatting away with CBS Sports.
He said he's not 100%, but he's getting better and better. I think that it's great news for AEW. We love Adam Cole and the fans love Adam Cole. He's been a big part of the company now for almost 3 years of our 5-year journey. It's crazy to think that a year ago at this time, Adam Cole really felt like it was getting toward the top of the wrestling world. I would love to get Adam Cole back in the ring, and he works so hard on his rehab. He really wants to get back in the ring. I think that would be a great thing for AEW.
Of course it would. Yeah, for sure. Obviously, he took a bump last night, but we don't know if he's good to go or not. I would assume that it'll be a little bit longer. At which point, MJF is going to have been doing stuff, and that maybe will have cooled off a little bit. They can reignite it for sure, but yeah, according to Tony, at least prior to the pay-per-view, he's not 100%, but he is getting better and better. I
think it's just a case of waiting. As you said, like with the I trust AEW to be able to kind of reintroduce him to MJF if they need to get back there in a way where it's not quite as convoluted as maybe people would worry it would be. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. He wants to move past all the devil stuff. He threw that out into the crowd and all that. Speaking of nasty bumps, Adam Copeland yesterday hitting an elbow drop of sorts from the top of the barbed wire steel cage, but he just comes down straight on his head, lands feet first. It was crazy stuff. Jarring.
It really was. He's 50 years old, right? Yeah.
It's like you just think of like the Sid situation. So I was just watching it like almost like it's happening full speed, but my brain's just going, "What?" Fair play, right? There's no easy way to take that bump. If you're doing it, like God. Yeah, I agree. God. Anyway, Tony Khan addressing Copeland's status at AEW Double or Nothing's media scrum, saying, "We're checking him out. That was an amazing barbed wire cage match. He's been so awesome for us since he came in, and I'm knocking on all of the wood and crossing all of my toes and fingers that he is okay." Obviously, it happened fairly late in the night, so he might not have been fully checked out, or the news might not have gotten back. We'll find out soon, I imagine. I do like that. So what's the situation there? You're going to get him looked at? We're quite worried about it. What a match that barbed wire match was. No, he's good. If you know what, if you don't know the answer, just big up your product. Right? I think he's actually really good at that. So he said he's really beat up, and I'll cross my fingers that he's okay. That would be the best thing for AEW. He did continue with the match, like that happened toward the end, but there was more stuff that came afterwards, including Gangrel. Remember him, Sam? Do you remember him? Oh my God. Him. It was brilliant. It was really brilliant. He rules. I think it's a testament to how much Adam Copeland likes Malachi Black, that he's willing to do that stuff. Obviously, you were saying this. Copeland never holds back or anything like that, but the stuff he did last night, including the fact that like Malachi got the pass out spot rather than tapping out or getting pinned and everything, I think it's a testament to how much Adam Copeland respects him. Yeah, for sure. We're going to finish off with a name who was backstage at Double or Nothing, something that we've not seen in a while. He didn't appear on the pay-per-view, but he was there behind the scenes. Wheeler Yuta, according to Fightful Select, visiting the show. He is the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, but he's been out of action since early 2024. The last time we saw him wrestle on January the 10th, it emerged in recent months that he had been off TV due to suffering from concussion-like symptoms for months. So we don't know how close he is to returning to the ring, but we send him all of our best for sure. Absolutely. I mean, it can't be nice having to deal with extended, symptoms of concussions. It's got to be, very, very hard for the company to have to keep him on the sidelines as well. I imagine it must get harder to want. You just must be wanting to come back, right? Constantly. We say every time, but these concussions are taken so seriously. But it's so take as long as you need. Taken seriously. Yeah, absolutely. And I love Wheeler Yuta. I think he's absolutely class. Looking forward to seeing him back when the time comes, when he's ready. It's good to hear that he's like up and about and doing stuff. He was able to visit and enjoying the fifth annual Double or Nothing. Can you believe AEW has been around for half a decade? It doesn't feel like it was 5 years ago that we were in Vegas. It really doesn't. Time's speeding up. Yeah. Time is a construct, and I hate it. And we're all inching closer and closer to the grave. It's my birthday in a couple of days. Yeah.
The big 5-0 is up there with Edge. Anyway, take care of yourselves. We will see you in a bit. Thank you for watching all of our coverage over the weekend. Reactions. We raised over $1,300 for the WWE show for Human Rights Watch. So thank you so much if you donated there. Hope you enjoyed Ross and Jack last night. You can check out WTF for the WWE pay-per-view. You can check out what happened for both, what happened out for both. And I'm going to go and have a lay down because I'm absolutely knackered. Take care. See you in a bit.